Hi, I'm Todd Jones, host of the podcast Pressbox Access. Here's a clip from my interview with Dan Wetzel. Dan recalls how Yahoo Sports established itself with hard-hitting investigative reporting. Well, I think what you guys did, and what you particularly did, was the bedrock was always journalism. It was always willing to get your hands dirty, do the shoe leather reporting. And so when I think about some of the work that you've done, a lot of it has involved scandals, whether it's the
number
NCAA,
one sport in
Miami,
America is
Connecticut.
controversy.
Right. And you think about the sports and how much money's involved, and I always felt like that was just underplayed in general. And yet you were willing to go into that type of world, again, with your miner's hat on, and let's go down and see what we can find. What was it like working on some of those big scandal stories that you and the great Charles Robinson and some others were able to work on together?
Well, when it came to college athletics, we were very into exposing the whole system. And whether that was showing a perspective of how, again, from the bottom up, what players and athletes, if parents think, all that. The big thing in college football right now is the transfer portal, right? It's horrible. Absolutely terrible chaos. Right. Have you heard one player or his family complain? Zero complaints from the parents. Not one parent thinks, could you please give us less rights? Please stop us from making money. We don't want it. There's zero complaints. But you would think, because the coaches are all screaming and the ADs are screaming, that this is the worst thing that's ever befallen. And yet, one side is perfectly great. They're like, this is great. So, it's part of that. It's showing how corrupt, the college football play, the BCS was. How much money they were just letting these bowl games steal from them. And happily doing it because they were getting a kickback through a bowl bonus or something like that. And it was showing that the NCAA's enforcement system is complete crap and there are no white hats and black hats. So we sat there and said, you know what, we're going to investigate everybody. There's nothing sacred. Mm-hmm. I don't have a favorite team. I went to UMass. Our football team's the worst team in the whole country. And the basketball, it's irrelevant athletic program, right? Don't care. We will go after any sacred cow. We don't care. Everyone says, no one will investigate them. We will. And as you built that up, and so it wasn't really about, did we catch this school doing this or that? And we shied away from you can always find some this point guard at at a kind of high mid-major took a little $1,000 on the side. You'd always bust those guys. That's easy. It's, can you catch the coach orchestrating it? Can you catch the school orchestrating it? There was one where, this guy, Will Lyles, who's run a 7-on-7 program, he had, in Texas, he kind of had this, bogus scouting service. They were paying, you had to buy a scouting service, and Willie would help you kind of recruit. And Will Lyles is a great guy. Will Lyles does a ton of stuff for the kids in Houston. And part of it is that, the scandal came out. First, we do the scandal and or it starts breaking, and everyone's like, Will Lyles is a scumbag. Actually, Will Lyles is a good guy. He spent a lot of time with these players. But, the University of Oregon paid him with a university check, right? So we just went after it. Anyway, they were intense. They were kind of fun. But it wasn't the way people sometimes, a lot of people got it, but it wasn't anything about let's bust Miami for cheating. It's dude, they had a $1 billion Ponzi schemer literally recruiting players for, everybody knew. So don't sit there and tell me when you go, oh my God, we're shocked, or players can't get paid money. No, this is what was happening. You know it as well as everyone. Everybody knows what's going on. Admit it. And once you admit it, and once you start losing that cloak that the media often provided, that there were white hats and black hats, and this guy's a scumbag and this guy isn't, it starts becoming harder to justify keeping all the money for yourself.